A calculated plan of betrayal and infidelity. Sometimes in life, interludes like this happen. It's like a nightmare dream. All you want to do is wake up. Sometimes you wake up and the nightmare turns out to be reality. Dexter, I need to talk to you about something. I looked at my wife of 12 years. The wind fluttered a strand of her hair, pulling it out of the open T-top, a T-shaped automobile roof with removable top panels, and the rest of it developed in waves. She was beautiful to the core, to the point of losing her pulse. There was so much fire in her hair, it moved around her face in waves of heat, most of it falling over the pale green sundress that fit her perfectly. They framed a face that women were willing to die for and men were willing to fight for. Her skin was creamy white, a few freckles dotting her nose. Others would appear later when she was in the sun longer, disappearing after a few hours before fading away completely unless she was under ultraviolet light. Her huge brown eyes were clouded with worry and her red lips tightened. "Could it wait 5 minutes?" I asked. "It's kind of hard to carry on a conversation because of the wind and exhaust noise." She nodded. "We have a 1978 Trans Am that we like to cruise around in, and the exhaust is pretty loud, especially with the roof open." I think I knew what was coming next, what she wanted to talk to me about, and really, it didn't interest me much. I guess I had to do it, so I just gritted my teeth. We pulled up to the cabin. We had bought a place on the lake 2 years ago and spent the weekends there. Kia and Mia, our 8-year-old twins, were spending the weekend with my parents, and this was a chance to be alone. I felt like we needed it. We got out of the car, took the groceries and our bags inside and set them down. I opened 2 beers and walked out onto the back porch. It is enclosed by a screen and runs along the entire back of the house. There's a big hammock there, and I stretched out on it, just relaxing and listening to the noise of the boats on the lake. After a minute, Kathleen came out and got her beer and snuggled up to me. I stroked her hair and she purred, resting her cheek against my chest. Those impossibly huge eyes looked up at me. "Dex, Derek Harper is back in town," she said. "He works in sales at my company." "Yeah, I know," I said. Her eyes traveled to my face. You didn't say anything?" "What did you want me to say?" I asked. "I don't know." She was still a little shocked that I knew. "Stay away from him. I expected that if you knew, you'd say something." "Your ex-fiancé shows up after 12 years, and you expect me to say something," I thought. "Okay, stay away from him, Kat." "Are you upset?" she asked. "Do I have any reason to be upset?" "I had lunch with him," she said. "I know." She tensed again. "You knew, and you didn't say anything." "What would be the point?" I asked her. "You knew I wouldn't like it. I don't own you, Kat. You can have lunch with whoever you want." I don't think that was the answer she was looking for. "What do you mean?" Now she was agitated. "He asked me to meet him at the Rhino on Friday after work." "Yeah, I know," I said. "What the hell is wrong with you, Dex?" She was visibly upset, her stunning breasts beginning to rise and fall rapidly. "How do you know all this?" "In the restaurant behind you, Penny was sitting in the booth next to you," I said. "Penny is my personal assistant." Now Kathleen's face was flushed. "What did she say to you?" "Do you think she lied?" I asked. "No, I don't think she would do that." She calmed down a little. "You didn't say no to him as firmly as I would have liked," I said. "Are you going to go next time he asks, Kathleen?" "No, of course not," she said. I put my fingers under her sharp little chin and tilted her head up to look into her eyes. "Kat, don't lie to me," I said. "We never lied to each other about important things." She looked away and then returned her eyes to mine. "I don't think so, Dex. I'm tempted. I need you to help me. Fight for me, Dex." "I will help you," I said. "I'm not going to fight for you, Kat." I'm not going to compete with anyone for your affection. I think you might enjoy the drama, but it's not going to happen. We're married, so the competition is over. Competition? That's on you. You're the one who needs to fight. Look at me, Kat. Look at what you have. Think about what you have at home. Think about who's waiting for you at Mom and Dad's house. That's what you're fighting for. She snorted, and I could see tears rolling down her cheeks. That's what makes it so hard, she said. I know what I have, and I know I shouldn't be tempted. But you are tempted, I said. Yes, I know I shouldn't. I love you, Dex. I love our life. I love my children and everything about my life. You're an amazing lover and the most romantic man I've ever met. You are attentive, kind, caring. All I've ever wanted is you. So tell me why, Kat? I don't know, she whispered. I just thought about what my life would be like if I had married him. You were engaged to him and you caught him in bed with the girl who was supposed to be your maid of honor, I reminded her. That's what you told me. He's a player, Kat. You'd probably get divorced, go through a lot of pain and be an emotional wreck. What is it about him that attracts you? We've never been in love, she said. You know I didn't have boyfriends when we met. I'm wondering what would have happened if I'd slept with him. I wonder what it would be like. Do you know what I'm talking about? Well, yeah, I kind of do, I said. I wonder what it would be like to make love to Jennifer Thomas. That idiot! Kathleen was outraged. Why are you looking at her? Yes, I said. You obviously don't have much sympathy for cheating, Kat. Well, he's trying to get under your skirt, I said. He knows you're married. He knows you have 2 little girls. He knows you have a husband. Yeah, I guess that makes him a man-cheater. What does it say about you, Kathleen, that you don't seem to care? I care, she protested. What are you saying, Dexter? I'm saying that I don't think I know my wife very well, I told her. I thought you loved me. I'd bet my dollar on it. Thought you had integrity. I was sure of it. Thought you would never, ever, ever risk hurting me, your girls, your parents, my parents, and our family. And now I find out that everything I was so sure of has fallen apart. And now I'm supposed to fight for you. Who are you, Kat? Now she burst into real tears. She was sobbing, and I just put my arms around her and let her cry. She looked at me with red, puffy eyes. What are we going to do? She wheezed. I don't know what you're going to do, I said. I'm not sure there is an we. I know what I'm going to do. What? She asked. I'm going to protect myself, I said. I'm going to protect the girls and our family. What do you mean? Her voice was shaking with fear now. I mean that in case you decide to meet this asshole for dinner or drinks, I have things I need to do, I said. I've got it all ready to go. Are you threatening me? She asked, tensing in my arms. Not at all, I said. I'm making a statement of intent. You made the first mistake when you didn't tell me he was back in town. Another mistake you made when you talked to him the first time and didn't tell me. The third was when you met him for lunch and kept it from me. Now you have a little credit for telling me about it. I don't trust you anymore, Kat. How do I stay married to you? You tell me. Are you going to divorce me? She gasped. How do you think that would work, Dexter? I haven't done anything wrong. Yes, you did, I said. You're in the process of destroying my ability to trust you. Do you think it's going to work out for you in the divorce? She asked. Probably not, I said. I know the justice system acts like betraying everyone who loves you is just fine. But somehow I don't think you'll get any satisfaction out of it. If you don't wake up, you'll be just another cheating wife for the rest of your life. Everyone you respect and care about will know that. I think you're a good person, Kat, and I don't think you can live with yourself. Every time you look in the mirror, every time you look into the eyes of the girls, your parents, or your sister, you're going to see a reflection of who you are and what they think of you. I don't think you can do that. You're going to hurt me badly. Hell, You already have, but in the end, I'll get over it. Other people have gotten over it and been happy. I'll find a way." She groaned slightly in frustration. "I don't want a divorce, Dex. Can't you just let me do one thing? Can't you just let me deal with this? Get it out of my head and forgive me." "I have no idea," I said. "I don't think so. But I might surprise myself. I don't think I have it in me. I could forgive Kathleen, whom I married and fell in love with. Almost anything. I could have forgiven some compromising situation. Maybe you were drunk, there was a party, everyone was making love, and you just got caught up in the moment. That would be hard. But I could forgive something like that. People make mistakes. I make mistakes. And you forgive me. You make mistakes. And I forgive you. There's something different here. This is a deliberate, calculated plan of betrayal and treason. I could forgive that cat. The one who loved me but made a mistake. You know, the cat from 6 months ago. I'm so desperately in love with her that it makes me shiver inside. I doubt I can forgive what you've already done. It seems unlikely right now. You're someone I barely know." She got up with difficulty and ran off to the cabin in tears. I was quite comfortable and just closed my eyes and relaxed. Eventually, I fell asleep, and when I woke up, it was dark. Lights could be seen on the other side of the lake, and there was a boat fishing about 50 meters from the cabin. I looked around. Kat was sitting in a chair about 1.5 meters away from me. She was covered with a plaid and crying, watching me. She noticed that I was awake. "Dexter, I'm still the same person I was 6 months ago," she said. "How can you say I've changed and you don't love me?" "I never said that," I told her. "If you are the same person you were 6 months ago, then I never knew you, Kathleen. Tell me, 6 months ago, were you thinking about sleeping with anyone but me?" "No, of course not," she said. "I love you with all my heart, Dex." "That's it," I said. "You've changed." "Dex, if you just listen to me, we can get through this," she said. "Okay, talk. I'm listening," I said. "I've never had love with anyone but you," she said. "I've never even wanted it. You've always been everything I wanted or needed. I love being your wife. I love being a mom of girls. I love everything about our lives. I just can't help but think about what it would be like. I wonder what it would be like to make love to someone else. If you let me, it would be over. My questions would be answered. I wouldn't have this feeling that keeps eating me up. It would be over. Do you believe I love you, Dex?" "No, I don't think I do," I said. That triggered another bout of sobs and tears. "How can you say that?" she wailed. "I love you, Dexter. I love you more than anything in the world. I thought I could talk to you about this and we could work through it together. Would you rather I just kept it from you? I was honest with you and I came clean. Isn't that important to you?" I didn't say anything. The silence stretched indefinitely, broken only by her sniffling. I pondered. Finally, I was ready. "Okay," I said. "Yes. It matters that you came to me with this. If you had hidden it, we wouldn't have had a glimmer of a chance. You should have been honest with me from the beginning. You talked to me, and I give you credit. I'll give you an example. Let me ask you something. Suppose I tell you that I love Mia and Kia with all my heart. Across the street lives our little neighbor, Melinda. You believe I love our girls, and then 10 years later you discover I have a secret room in the basement. You find out that I allow Melinda to come over and we torture Mia and Kia in the basement room. I tell you that I love them, and that the torture will only last 2 weeks. After that, Melinda will leave, and the torture will be over. Would you think I love them?" "That's ridiculous," she hissed. "You don't torture the ones you love." "You're torturing me," I told her. "There's no waterboarding, no blowhole, no twisting screws, but that's what you do. You can portray it all beautifully if you want, but you're mentally torturing the one you say you love. If that's your idea of love, I would never want you to hate me." "I'm not trying to torture you," she practically shouted. "You think this isn't torture for me? I thought I could talk to you about it. I thought you would help me, not try to make me feel guilty. Don't you feel like I'm sick enough without all this?" "What exactly did you expect me to say or do, Kat?" I asked. "You tell me what you want me to do. Then I'll tell you if I can do it." "I expected you to understand and support me," she said. "Dex, if you loved me the way I love you, you would be patient and loving, not harsh and judgmental. Don't you get it? I need to explore my feelings. If you really loved me, you would support me while I figure things out, knowing that my love would bring me back to you. If I really love you, do you doubt that I will come back to you? Why can't you just support me and let me deal with my feelings?" "What are you even talking about?" I asked. "Are you asking me to sit around and wait for you while you go and make love to some jerk? Am I supposed to support you in this? Am I supposed to understand that?" "Where did you get that idea? It sounds like some 1960s pop psychology. You're some kind of hipster psychologist now." "Sandra and I took a class," she said defensively. "The instructor says some very insightful things." "Sandra!" I almost exploded. Is that the Sandra who's been married 4 times? Is this the Sandra who lives in some crummy apartment and never sees or speaks to anyone from her family because they disowned her for being a cheater? Is she your hero now, Kat? I took a deep breath and pulled myself together before I said something I'd regret later. "Here's what's going to happen, Kat. I'm giving you this weekend to pull yourself together. As far as I know, you haven't done anything irreversible yet. When we get home, the countdown starts. You have a week to decide if you want to be married to me. If you talk to Derek Harper, you better tell him to get off your back. If you meet him for lunch, we're done. If you meet him for a drink, we're done. If you see him outside of work, we're done. You activate the GPS on your phone. If I see you where you shouldn't be, we're done. If you're going to work late, you better call me and tell me why and who you're working with. If Derek Harper's there, you won't be there. You tell your boss you won't work next to Derek Harper because he made you a decent offer. The last thing you'll do is call Sandra. Do it in front of me and tell her you don't want to ever see her or talk to her again. You're going to do that before we leave here from this weekend. When we get home, you'll find a marriage counselor and a personal counselor, and we'll go to the marriage counselor together. You'll go to the personal counselor alone. Any failure to do any of these things, and it's over between us. I will help you and support you in anything you do to try to save our marriage. I will not help or support any of your attempts to destroy it. You need to go and think about all of this. If you don't want to do this, none of this, you just have to say one word. That word is no. She looked at me like I had grown another head. I didn't give her a chance to speak. I just got up and walked into the house, leaving her there on the porch. When I got out of the shower, she was still there. I got into bed and surprisingly fell asleep quickly. I don't know when she came to bed, but I woke up to her snuggled up against my back. She was clearly naked. "Yes, Dexter," she whispered in my ear. "Yes, I want to stay married to you. I'm so sorry I put you through all this. I'll do anything you ask. I've been thinking for hours. I haven't slept all night. I would do anything to stay married to you, and I won't do anything else to not risk losing you or our family. I don't even want to anymore. I don't know what's gotten into me. I'm going to counseling. I'll do whatever you ask me to do. You just tell me what you want. I told you I love you, and I mean it. I'm never talking to him again." I turned to face her. "That's good, Kat. I'm happy you feel that way. It's the first step. I wasn't happy about it from the beginning. I think there's something wrong with you for even thinking something like that. I don't know why you're doing it, and I don't understand it. I think you should find out and try to fix the situation." "Why do you think there's something wrong with me, Dexter?" she asked. "I'm not trying to argue or make you angry. Don't you know that a lot of people have open marriages and live just fine?" "I don't know where you got that information from," I told her. "It's a lie. I did a little research when I first found out about your little proclivity. It's just not true. No one really knows. I have no idea how many are out there. Some people may be happy, but I know I won't be one of them. We all make choices. I know what I can live with and what I can't. For some people, it may work just fine. For me, it doesn't. I'm just telling you I'm not going to live that way, and I think there are very few people who live that way. Are you sure about that? She asked. Sarah and our instructor said that a lot of people are in open relationships. Sarah and your instructor are cheaters, I told her. I don't really care if everyone in the world has an open marriage. It's the divorces that haven't happened yet. What are the odds that our marriage will be one of the ones that work out? Not very good ones, she asked in a muffled voice. I'm not that kind of guy, I told her. I don't like the humiliation. I don't like the feeling of jealousy. I hate the idea that my wife could be with another man. I'm not attracted to it at all. I don't get pleasure at the thought of being with another man. It makes me sick. From what I've read, the only way such marriages survive, even for a short time, is if both partners are okay with it. I am against it. I guess I never gave it much thought. She was crying now. Were you going to set me up with some hot woman? Or was it just supposed to be you? I asked her. I get it, Dex, she said. Please don't keep beating me up. I'm a stupid fool. This was a stupid idea, and I'm sorry. I didn't think it through. I didn't have a plan. And just the thought of you with someone else is killing me. I didn't think about it. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. It hurts so much, Dexter. But thank you for doing what you had to do. If you had let me do that, it would have destroyed us. It would have destroyed me. I know that now. I would never be able to look at myself in the mirror again, just like you said. If you had just given in, it would have been a disaster. I'm not even sure I'd respect you. I have a lot of work to do, don't I? That's okay. I was stupid enough to make this mess. I'll have to be smart enough to fix it. I think you can do it, Kat, I told her. You're a pretty sharp cookie. You do stupid things sometimes, but so do I. I'm sorry I hit you over the head with a baseball bat, but it felt right. It did, she said. I can't wait to hit you with one of those, though. You better watch out, big boy. For the first time in 4 weeks, I laughed. Well, I'm thinking of buying a motorcycle, so I guess you won't have to wait long. She smiled and then sighed. I've got some phone calls to make, she said. I'd better get started. Dex, when I get back, I'm going to make love to you to the point of unconsciousness. You better be ready. 4 hours later, I decided that unconsciousness was a pretty nice place to be. Sometimes in life, you have these interludes. It's like a nightmare. Sometimes you wake up and the nightmare is real. Sometimes you just wake up and you breathe a sigh of relief. You lie there in a sweat and thank your lucky stars that you woke up. The end.